The Disappearance of Srila Haridas Thakur. Reading from Sri Chaitanya, His Life and Associates by Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Maharaj. Rupa and Sanatana Goswami first met Haridas when he accompanied Mahaprabhu to Ramkeli on his aborted pilgrimage to Vrindavan. They thus knew each other's virtues quite well. One day in Puri, after Haridas recited the glories of Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana returned the favour by praising him as follows: "Is anyone your equal? You are the most fortunate member of Mahaprabhu's entourage. The purpose of the Lord's incarnation is the preaching of the holy name, but he accomplishes his personal mission through you. Every single day you chant 3 lakhs of holy names and you glorify the holy name to everyone you meet. Some people act properly but do not deliver the message of Krishna consciousness, while others preach but do not meet the behavioral standards. You both demonstrate ideal behavior and you preach the chanting of the holy names. You are a perfect human being and the spiritual master of everyone in the universe." Chaitanya Charitamrita 3.499-103. In the 11th chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita's Antya-lila, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes Haridas Thakur's disappearance in a most captivating way. This account should be read in its entirety to commemorate that day. A brief summary is given here. Namami Haridasam tam chaitanyam tam chatat prabhum samstitam api yan murtim skande kritva nanartayaha. I offer my obeisances to Haridas as well as to his worshipful Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who placed his body on his shoulders and danced. Chaitanya Charitamrita 3.11.1. As Haridas Thakur grew old, it became more and more difficult for him to maintain his vow of chanting 3 lakhs of names every day. Thus he had no appetite when Govinda came with Jagannath's prasad and would eat only a single grain of rice just to avoid disrespecting the holy food. Out of his affection for Haridas, Mahaprabhu told him that he was a perfected being and that there was no need for him to show such attachment for devotional service in practice. He could thus reduce the number of holy names that he chanted every day. Haridas then revealed what was really bothering him. He knew that Mahaprabhu would soon be ending his pastimes in this world, and he wished to leave before him. The affectionate Lord granted Haridas his wish, even though he felt desolate at the prospect of losing his company. Haridas Thakur sat in front of Mahaprabhu, who was standing and gazed at his lotus face. As the tears flowed from his eyes, he took the Lord's lotus feet on his chest, and with the names Krishna Chaitanya on his lips, voluntarily left his body like Bhishma. All around them the devotees were being swept away by a kirtan that grew louder and louder. The Lord spontaneously lifted Haridas's body and started to dance around the courtyard, holding him to his chest. In the accompaniment of the loud singing of the holy names, he and the devotees took Haridas' remains to the beach. There they washed the body in the sea, and then dug a hole in the sand where they placed it. Mahaprabhu was the first to throw sand into the samadhi. This was the samadhi ritual of Haridas Thakur, and by virtue of his continued presence, the seashore has become a great place of pilgrimage. Mahaprabhu circumambulated the burial place and then went personally to the Jagannath temple to beg prasad for a feast in honor of Haridas. Swarup Damodar Goswami would not let Mahaprabhu carry the prasad, but took personal responsibility for organizing the festival. At the feast, all the devotees were given enough food to eat to their fill. In a mood of absorption in divine love, Mahaprabhu said to them, "All those who witnessed Haridas Thakur's disappearance festival, who participated in it by dancing or singing the holy names, who threw sand on his samadhi or took Mahaprasad on this occasion, will quickly attain Krishna. This is the fruit of seeing a great personality like Haridas Thakur. The Supreme Lord was so merciful that he gave me Haridas's association, and now the independent Lord has again deprived me of that association. When Haridas decided that he wanted to leave, there was nothing I could do to keep him back. He left his body at the very moment he desired to do so, just as we have heard that Bhishma did. Haridas was the exemplar of humanity in this world, and now that he is gone, the world has lost a jewel. All glories to Haridas Thakur. Sing the Lord's names. Having finished his eulogy, the Lord began once again to dance. Chaitanya Charitamrita 3.191-98. Haridas Thakur's Tiradan Leela took place on the 14th day of the waxing moon in the month of Bhadra.